Well, here goes nothing. I don't know if the game's audio is working. You would not believe. Okay, it looks like it's working, but I can't hear it. That's just gonna have to be a sacrifice I'm making. You wouldn't believe all of the fiddling and repositioning I had to go through to get the Dreamcast to work with my capture card. The old capture card I used to have a long time ago, way before any of this, it supported like standard definition. This one doesn't do that, so, that one actually stopped doing that eventually. There was some kind of firmware update that removed support for standard definition for whatever reason. I don't know why. But then I got a different capture card, and I got I'm getting everything mixed up again. I got a converter, or like an upscaler, I should say. I got an upscaler for the Dreamcast to let it use an HDMI. What's that? I can't highlight that. I have no idea what that is, but I'm gonna finish my story before I figure out what's going on here. I've never really played Sega GT. I got it for the console a long time ago. Played it for like a couple of hours, and then never came back to it. I'll explain more of that later, but race seems like a good idea in a racing game. It seems like a good idea to click on race, but an official race. Okay. You know, before we do this, let me go back. I'm going to go to single race, so I can finish what I'm talking about. Go to easy class, because I don't know what I'm doing. I like Suzuki's. I'll go with Suzuki. Spec motion. I don't understand what any of... Whoa. I definitely don't understand any of that. Motion. Analog key. I am unaware of an analog key, but I know I have a left trigger and right trigger, so we will be able to use both gas and brake, and I think that's a start. Deep Rock Road. It's a good name. It's a good name for a track. Sunken course surrounded by rocky hills. Good racing lines at high speeds are important to get the best times. Well, we certainly want the best times. Anyway, I'm having to use my nose to hold my pop filter in place. For some reason it won't stay in place, but anyway, we're gonna go for grip. I don't have the confidence for drift right now, but maybe someday. But anyway, I'm gonna get closer to the mic. I got a converter and upscaler, so I could use the Dreamcast's VGA output and upscale it to an HDMI, and that made it work with the old capture card for a while, but the old capture card was kind of lacking in other areas. Like, it couldn't capture 60 FPS, and I wanted to be able to do that. But anyway, eventually I got a new capture card to replace that one, and since I have not... Oh goodness, this is very sensitive. This steering is so sensitive. This car's already going very fast. Okay. Phew. Trying to be a little conservative. This is much faster than I was expecting. Normally, when I play like a simulator... Oh, this is pitch black. I can't see where I'm going. When I'm playing a simulator, I'm used to things starting off very slow. But this already feels a bit faster than I'm comfortable with. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Whew. But yeah, I got the new capture card and hadn't tried to use the Dreamcast since until just now. And wow, what an ordeal that was. but I got it working. It's not exactly where I'd like it. I get the pole position. Wow, okay. Very forgiving. Alright, cool. But yeah, I got it working, but I can't hear the game audio. But it does look like the recording is getting the game audio. That's okay though. I guess I won't feel like I have to talk over it, but... So, we're playing Sega GT, as you can see. We just did the qualifying round, so now I'm going to go to the race. I definitely want grip. Start your engine. Yeah, we're playing Sega GT because I figured the last games that I played on here a long time ago. And yeah, I understand it's been a very long time. The last games I played, I basically just played action games. I really only played... I recorded a bunch that I never posted. But the ones I posted were Warface, which is a military shooter that's pretty loud and intense. And I played the original Metroid, which, while more atmospheric, I wouldn't consider the original Metroid like a chill game, per se. It's very atmospheric, but it's also very tense. There's kind of a menace beneath the surface, which is part of the reason I think it stuck with people so much, that atmosphere. I might go back to it, but I thought, you know, what is the most relaxed kind of game that I enjoy? I'm not a big fan of turn-based games. I don't really like city builders I don't like Minecraft or Terraria or anything like that. All of those games that are kind of known for being relaxing for ASMR channels. But I do really like racing games. But the kinds of racing games I tend to play are things like Need for Speed, Burnout, things with cop chases, things with, kind of focused on being loud and aggressive and lots of crashing and takedowns and things like that. So I'm like, well, maybe not those, but maybe this is a perfect excuse to finally get in there and play Sega GT. So here we are, playing Sega GT, driving our Suzuki Sport, unless that's the sponsor for this Suzuki vehicle. I'm kind of surprised at the sense of speed here. Usually in racing sims, I think the sense of speed suffers because they are taking less artistic license to convey it. You're not going to get speed lines or a lot of aggressive blur to convey how fast you're going. But despite the fact that I'm only going 115 miles per hour, this feels very quick, but the steering feels very responsive. It's like a starting vehicle. So that's pleasantly surprising. And I've just won the race by a considerable margin. So another thing I'm used to from Sims is that I suck at them. I suck out loud. But hey, maybe this one's a little on the easier side. This is a more casual experience, which is also perfect for ASMR. Oh, name entry. Okay. Let's go. Can I get some lowercase? Oh, the lowercase is down here. Or it's on the right side. Okay. I was trying to use the D-pad earlier. It seems a little inconsistent. Or it could be because I have a Catz Dreamcast controller, which, everyone knows the Catz reputation. Uh-oh. Did I hit my limit? Let's go. about this? Can I put a... I can. We'll go DE. There we go. And fastest lap. Total record. I set a new record. This is a very easy game. Because, to say the least, I'm not particularly great at Sims, so if I'm setting records on the first try, it's definitely going to be on the easier side. I figure maybe I'll just go ahead and do Sky Peak Hill and Night Section A. Just go ahead with those, probably in the next episode. I think I might close this one out. I figure what I did before was the length of my episodes was kind of all over the place, but I figure maybe I could do something like an old school Let's Play format, where I go for like 10 minutes, and I post those somewhat regularly. But I might experiment. Maybe for Sega GT, I'll go for 10 minutes at a time. And, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I might increase my microphone volume for the next one. It seems a little low. But I'm being picked up on the mic monitoring, so it is picking up my volume somewhat. I'll adjust it after the fact, but yeah. I guess I'll... Well, you know what? Okay. How about instead of 10 minutes, I make it closer to 15? Because 10 minutes, when you think about it, not much time to fall asleep, and that is sort of the goal with ASMR. So I'll make those volume adjustments for the next episode, and I'll go a little longer. Just a little bit. My pop filter doesn't want to stay up. I'm having to hold it up with my nose. I might have already said that, but when I went away to clear my throat, I had to put it back up. This game, probably not the best looking racing game on the Dreamcast. However, despite being a fan of the Dreamcast and really liking many kinds of racing games, I don't have too many on the Dreamcast. I've got, I want to say I have this Sega GT, and I have Suzuki All-Star Extreme Racing, which is a motorcycle racing game, which has very little in common with this. For example, if you look at a motorcycle, you will notice it only has 2 wheels. Oh, I'm making collisions. Sorry if that's making noise. If it is, I can't hear it. But motorcycles tend to have only 2 wheels. Whereas, if you count the wheels on this car, you will see they total up to and around 4. So there's a difference between Sega GT and a Suzuki All-Star Extreme Racing. Looks like I got pole position, despite my spectacular collision. I have a feeling I will be making quick work of this next race. But before I get started, and since the episode's coming to a close, I'm going to finish what I was talking about. I only have Sega GT and Suzuki All-Star Extreme Racing. I would like to get more. I know it's like Metropolis Street Racer is considered one of the best. I did want to get that one. Maybe sometime in the future I could do a video playing that one, but we'll see. I think maybe Tokyo Extreme Racer was on the Dreamcast. I remember that was either on PS1 or PS2. It might not be in the Dreamcast, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, we'll figure that out later, and I will see you later. So,